Yeah. Welcome to the absurdity space in the time slot that's normally movie night extravaganza. We had to switch it up a little bit because our movie night extravaganza episode on the player is tomorrow at this time. Ian Miller is going to be on, and he couldn't do it on Tuesday.
And his father wrote the original Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I forget about that. But he's also the bassist in Kowloon Walled City, which is a band that I've actually seen play. But I'm Forrest Miller. This is Kristina Oakes. We're here to be absurd. We're here to have a good time. We're here to make light of the news.
Yeah,
I gotta come up with a spiel. Like I gotta write down a spiel and be like, that's my opening remarks.
Yeah, exactly. We got a lot since we're doing the full 2 hours, and there's a lot of movie pop culture news, but also some political stuff. The girls are fighting apparently in the right-wing podcast sphere.
Yeah, this is the kind of I saw the San tweet where he's like, I used to dream of days like these because of the amount of but there's like a right-wing firing squad right now that's just like Candace Owens, Tim Pool, everyone who is tangentially related to
Milo Yiannopoulos too.
We are Charlie Kirk. We're part of the
we are Charlie Kirk. That's actually a banger song, I'm not gonna lie.
Somebody posted their like Spotify Wrapped, and they were like, if it really was my Spotify Wrapped, it would be We Are Charlie Kirk. Like that would be like the top.
Yeah, my Spotify Wrapped was just #1 song most played, Rocky Road to Dublin. I feel like I'm like that's 420 times. I feel like I listen to it more than that, but
yeah,
I have now over at Spotify.
I have Apple Music, so I always feel left out. Starting with something funny. Jim Caviezel will play Jair Bolsonaro in heroic biopic written by his Secretary of Culture. You know, now that
I'm excited for whoever's gonna play Michael Brooks in this biopic to celebrate him getting COVID for the first time.
Michael Brooks is the villain of the movie. He and Lula.
Yeah.
He and Lula and Noam Chomsky. They're like
no offense. This guy's too handsome to be playing Bolsonaro. Like that guy's not a good looking dude.
But
his sons are even uglier.
I sent you this yesterday, and I said movie title ideas. So my movie title idea for this is The Good, the Bad, and the Sickly.
Yeah. There you go. Maybe we should write the script. Contact this person and be like, we got a good idea for a title.
Or Sick Man, the Jair Bolsonaro story. I'd like to hear from the comments if anyone has a Bolsonaro movie title. I'll throw it on screen. By the way, we will be taking questions. If people have questions, throw them in the chat. I mean, that's the thing anyway, but we'll be taking more of them. We'll be leaning on the chat, to fill the 2 hours.
Yeah. Of course, Forrest would know a lot about Michael, because for those who don't know, Forrest was Michael Brooks' video editor. So every time someone would be like, yo, check out this Michael Brooks compilation video, you should know Forrest made those videos.
Yeah, that was a fun he paid me for like 6 months of work to just do that on my off days. So it was like I would spend like 3 or 4 hours every day, and then I was getting paid by that time because I started out not making a lot of money because the channel wasn't making anything. And then every 6 months or so, Michael would give me a raise because he's a socialist, and if he didn't do that, I would be like, not very socialist of you. And
this is the equivalent to Hassan, pay your editors, and
but I got to spend like 6 months just coming up with ideas for it, and I went through so many. I feel like I had like Sam Cedar in I don't know, buried in my brain somewhere because of that, because it's like it was all Sam Cedar and Michael Brooks bits where they're going back and forth, which is crazy that the new producer sounds exactly like Michael, and it kind of bugs me out.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember listening when he first. I was like, I've heard this voice before. Why does it sound familiar? Even the laugh is kind of similar.
Is this a rerun? How are they doing news from today? But it's a rerun because I can clearly hear Michael.
Yeah, and the fact that more people have picked up on it, I'm like, I was talking about it too, and everyone's like, you know what, you're right, and I was like, of course I'm right. Yeah. I've got a very distinctive voice.
But yeah, Jim Caviezel obviously was Jesus and Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ. They should get Mel Gibson to direct the Jair Bolsonaro movie. I would.
Yes.
I feel like it would go hard. Jair Bolsonaro gets in prison and he starts blaming the Jews.
And then he gets COVID 10 times in 2 years.
They're like, I think Mel Gibson has been messing with the script a little bit. I don't know.
What about that?
I don't think Bolsonaro would have blamed the Jews. He was a big fan of Israel. I don't think
Can you imagine their own them doing the whole their own version of January 6th in the movie? If that happened, obviously that's why he's going to prison.
Theirs was, and I remember this distinctly because it's my brother's birthday. Theirs was January 8th.
Which is funny as hell.
Yeah. So they not only did they do a smaller version of January 6th, they did it 2 days after January 6th.
Yeah.
I guess maybe the
January
news took a couple days.
The reckoning,
Maybe the news took a couple days to get down to them or something, and they're like, "We got to do it."
Hey guys, it's actually on the 6th.
One of the only, I mean, it was it's crazy that because of what he became, but I managed to when I was producing for Ben, I had questions and he had Glenn Greenwald on, and I got to talk to him about January 8th, the 2 day late January 6th. Yeah,
I forgot.
Literally, he was in Florida for treatment, and he was at that Publix.
Yeah, if I saw, because I live near a Publix, within walking distance, if I saw Jair Bolsonaro, I'll be like, dude, are you okay?
I mean, if he made it all the way to you, it would be kind of like when they have one of those migrating birds from Central America that migrates just a little bit higher than ever, and everyone's like, the fuck is a toucan doing here? I feel like that's Bolsonaro
toucan
arriving in.
What's going on here? Are you
but I feel like that's
on the Fruit Loops box. What's going on?
I feel like that's Bolsonaro arriving instead of in Florida, in South Carolina at a Publix. He's they're like, this is I feel like maybe he migrated a little bit too far north. Is climate change doing this to Bolsonaro?
Yeah, we got a second Publix now on another side of town, and I've noticed, I'm like, thank God it's not as congested on Wednesdays where we get the senior citizen discount for $10 off. Cool.
Well, Mel Gibson, Golden Globe winning director of the remake of all the bad movies. We should talk about the Golden Globe nominations. They're
fucking Superman being snubbed for box office achievement killed me, and also Annie from Sinners not getting a Golden Globe nomination.
Full list of Golden Globe nominees. Getting the fun stuff that doesn't affect the future of our country out of the way early.
Yeah. I mean, it affects also our podcast, because if there's one thing that Conan, Neutron, and myself love, award season, and we're curating a great list for I'm assuming February to cover.
Film. It's coming up fast.
Yeah, and we live stream our reaction to the Oscars in March live, and there are some times where we get more views than the actual Oscar live stream, which is weird.
that was
the first time we did it, we were like, why is everyone watching us? Okay, cool.
I think they thought we were the Oscars official live stream, but you think that they would have turned it on and then turned it off and been like, that's not, but some of them stuck around.
Yeah.
Now, last year was cool, but and now it makes me sad that Leslie Lee was on and then he passed away and stuff. That definitely bums me out for our Oscar stream last year, but it is crazy. He was like he was feeling really sick during that, and then he was like, "Hey, gotta go." But best motion pictures, drama, Frankenstein, Hamnet. I want to see Hamnet now that people are talking about it.
Yeah.
It was just an accident. Haven't seen it. Secret Agent. Haven't seen it. Sentimental Value. Haven't seen it. Sinners
gonna win.
And then Blue Moon, Begonia. I love Begonia. We better cover Begonia when the time comes.
We are. Don't worry. Comrade and I definitely. Yeah.
Marty Supreme. Is Marty Supreme out? I keep hearing people. I don't know if
I want to see it. Also, they already added all the Avatar nominations, yet it hasn't come out yet, and I'm like, what? I mean, they know it's a James Cameron epic, but again, I just don't.
I saw the meme of the one guy from Avatar that looks like a cop, and he said, "You like blue girls?"
Yeah.
Every color. They're gonna come out with every color.
Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter plays the villain in this one, from what I've heard.
This Avatar. I don't think I don't think I've seen. I think maybe I have. I don't know. I don't think I'd remember if I did. I remember my brother and my dad were really into it for a while,
I
But
saw the first Avatar in theater, and I was like, "This is kind of boring. I like Titanic better, obviously, and I like Aliens better, you know."
But No Other Choice, which is the one Conan's really into. I definitely have to see that. Nouvelle Vague. That's the one that's the Godard one, I think.
Yeah.
It's like recreating the making of Breathless, and then One Battle After Another. I feel like it's One Battle After Another to lose.
Yeah, it's gonna be One Battle After Another versus Sinners when it comes to all the awards. I think like it's like Wicked could get like a best costume, production, design, whatever, but it's like if that K-pop demon whatever wins the best song, you're not gonna see me ever again. Anyway,
it'll be funny. If
what?
they swapped out Lockjaw from One Battle After Another, and they swapped him out with Remick and Sinners. They just kept the rest of the movie the way he walks.
Listen, I watched this past episode of It Welcome to Dairy in the Sinners comparison to the Black Spot Fire. I'm like, first of all, Remick would have slaughtered those white racists first before trying to get into the Black Spot Club. I'm just saying, like, remember, Remick would have voted for Obama a third time if he could. Okay, remember that. Fellowship and love.
Let me see. So, best performance by a female actor. I believe they call that an actress. In a motion picture drama.
Whoa. Forrest, are you telling me that the Golden Globes went woke this year?
I guess. Well, no, they're going anti-woke. They're making everyone guys. Yeah, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Jennifer Lawrence, Die My Love. I feel like that movie came out and nobody talked about it.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like now every time Jennifer Lawrence like does a movie, she has to get nominated for a Golden Globe. It seems because even last year, the year before, she's like, "I'm just gonna go."
She has like trauma, right? Like it's reliving her trauma, and everyone was like, "Wow, she's so good at trauma."
Yeah, I think so.
People talked about that one for a week, and then they stopped. Renee Rensve in Sentimental Value. Julia Roberts, After the Hunt. It's good she's still getting work. I can't stop thinking about I mean, I don't you've watched The Player already, right?
Yeah.
And every time they're like, I'm thinking of Julia Roberts type every single every single time they cast a movie. Tessa Thompson and Hedda. Eva Victor, Sorry Baby. I hope Eva Victor. I saw Sorry Baby between this show and the last one where I said I hadn't seen Sorry Baby, but I really wanted to. I loved it. I hope she gets a Golden Globe because she's definitely not getting an Oscar nomination or anything.
Oh, that's actually a category, by the way. They've added podcasts now for some odd reason.
The only reason why the Golden Globes are really interesting is it gives you a flavor of what like the Academy is going to be looking at for nominations. It's like the first in the many awards, and as professional awards watchers,
also, too, we will also be getting a say in voting, right? Perhaps.
Wait, we're getting.
Aren't we going to be? We're part of something now that Conan signed us up for as a podcast. I'm excited
we're
about
part
that.
of something. He said we get screeners, which
it's
not great to give everybody screeners because then it's like, well, I guess they really are killing theaters off.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, fuck it. I don't want Trump to own another media company, like.
Best performance by a male actor in a motion picture drama: Joel Edgerton, Train Dreams.
What?
I
don't
know.
Again, some of these times it's like, what? I've never heard of these movies before.
Yeah, I do like that. It's like Yimby Twitter. I feel like Train Dreams. They're like, they're dreaming of trains,
dreams, and automobiles.
Oscar Isaac, Frankenstein. I mean, he did pretty good.
Yeah.
He was. I liked learning that he was in a ska band.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that they've gave so many awards to the Smashing Machine because The Rock is nominated.
Yeah, so The Rock is nominated. Michael B. Jordan, of course, I'm rooting for my boy Michael B. Jordan, and it kind of sucks they they snubbed Michael C. Jordan, his brother, from the movie.
I know, or Jordan the Stallion, our favorite.
I purposely purged all the information that I had heard about Sinners when I first saw it. So it didn't process for me that it was going to be two Michael B. Jordans. And at first I was like, are these different? Is that? And then I was like, in my head, I was like,
because I mean, if Chadwick Boseman had lived, he would have been Smoke. Like they would not have been twin brothers. I feel like, but like
and then
it's
that
like again when I watched,
I
forgot.
Line
Yeah, we cousins. Yeah, I would have because he also replaced him on All My Children. Michael B. Jordan replaced Chadwick Boseman because he thought that his character was more of a racial stereotype, which is true considering it was like the early 2000s. But it was funny because again, I forgot about whatever I learned about Sinners 2. I mean, I didn't really know. I was like, oh, I'm like, I like Ryan Coogler, I like Michael B. Jordan. Let's go. You know who's missing from like any of these Best Supporting Actor nominations? Delroy Lindo.
Yeah, he like improv. He improv the best line or one of the best lines in the movie, which he had a couple of the best lines because I also like when he poops himself.
Yeah, he's like, anyone smell that? They're like, no. He's like, I just shat myself.
But no, I really the line where he's like country, like he's like blues comes from here, we brought it from home, like that.
It wasn't pushed on us like that religion. Yeah,
like he improv a lot of that, which is insane.
I've seen Sinners way too many times, and we could probably quote the entire movie right now.
Best performance by a female actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. Again, female actors. I guess anti-woke is one this year. Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. I still want to see that. I still have not seen that.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. She might be like a sleeper hit option for like, she might be like wow, really? Like people would be coming out of nowhere. But also I think What's Her Face for Weapons could also, pull through.
Yeah. Cynthia Erivo, of course.
Yeah.
Which, the less good half of Wicked, in my opinion.
That's what even us Wicked fans agree, because it's like they could have made that movie longer. I mean, when we talk about Wicked for Good, Julie and I are gonna have a lot to say because we're gonna Josephus Alpha and Glinda when we do that episode with her.
It's so funny that they had the
paint your face with aluminum. Anyway,
it's so funny that the Onion just recreated one of those Jubilee debates, and it's like, why you should become an Onion subscriber, and each person goes up like it's the Jubilee debate.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's funny that like sending it to Julia. Like, she hasn't seen it.
Yeah,
I don't think she hasn't done any of the debates though. She just has done the React videos, right? Like those.
Yeah, we know someone who's who's now a famous actress who was on a hit show on AMC.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. She keeps posting pictures of her with Greg Nicotero. And like, as someone who was like a huge like Walking Dead fan, I mean, and like a huge fan of like Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, like all of those movies too. Which he was like effects, like he was the effects guy on a lot of those. But it's crazy, like as someone that was a Walking Dead fan, to like see someone hanging out with Greg Nicotero. Yeah. So Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue, Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another. She's like Chase Infinity was really good in One Battle After Another as like. I mean, it's like pretty early in her career, right? She's not.
Yeah.
Amanda Seyfried, The Testament of Anne Lee. I always root for Amanda Seyfried and everything because she lives near me.
Oh, cool. I like her because I think she auditioned for Glinda.
She has a farmhouse. Her and her husband, they took their money from like Hollywood and they bought like a really cool like farmhouse in the middle of the Catskills. Ooh. And I always like see pictures of her, like they're always like Amanda Seyfried's house, like hidden in the Catskills. I'm like, oh, cool. Emma Stone and Begonia. I really do feel like rooting for Emma Stone because she absolutely crushed that. Begonia is like hands down, like apart from One Battle After Another and apart from Sinners, like Begonia is up there for me. Like it was like, going to see that in literally every seat in the because I saw it at the Woodstock Film Festival, and every seat was taken. Like it was a packed house, and every single time
she shaved her head. And her hair's growing back quite nicely.
But it was crazy because every time something happened, which obviously is all throughout the movie, like I don't know how they keep exactly going, like they keep rationing up the entire movie like for 2 hours, and it's insane. But every single time, the whole crowd of the movie theater I was in would just gasp like collectively. And then Stavros appeared on screen, and I started laughing really hard. And people I feel like people looked at me. It was like I was like in Cape Fear, where I was sitting there with like the cigarette.
Yeah, that's right. You're laughing your ass off in the movie. Yeah, that's kind of
every time Stavros said anything.
Yeah. Also, too, I wouldn't mind being in an open relationship, Stavi. It's fine.
I don't know. It was crazy. Like I was this close to getting him to come on the Ben Burgess show when I was working on it, but then he had to tour, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing I had a reaction in my theater was when Jonathan Bailey took off his suspenders in Wicked for Good.
See, I went on Thanksgiving, so I went with my mom instead of going to doing Thanksgiving dinner because I don't know, we just didn't feel like it. Like it's always just so much work. So there weren't that many people in the theater. I mean, there's more than there's a lot there's a lot of college kids I think that weren't going home because obviously it's like college town, but it's like it wasn't like I don't know, like there wasn't like a reaction. Maybe I would have been more into it if there was like a packed theater.
Yeah, my theater was packed. Thank God there were no kids in there. Because the moaning, God, we women were like, oh. It was not good. I was like, the suspenders stay off. What? The great cardigan stays on, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy. They made it like they should have done it PG-13. I feel like.
I know. I mean, even the transformations should have been more. I mean, we get hints of it, but it's like, come on, like, I mean, even the musical, their love song, they can't keep their hands off each other. Because it's like a post-coitus situation. I mean, that entire number is just blue diamonds on a green field song.
You like sex, Mr. Lebowski. You mean coitus?
Yes. I was like, God damn. But then some people are like, this is too much for my kids. I'm like, PG movies? I mean, my God, man. They might as well just made it rated G.
So best performance by a male actor, the only real ones in a motion picture musical or comedy.
Timothée, who, by the way, my most famous friend on Facebook is his mother, by the way, for those who don't know. I'm friends with Timothée Chalamet's mother on Facebook because I'm friends with so many New York actors.
She just
posts about her son.
Yeah, you're friends with so many New York actors, and yet you don't get them to come on the movie podcast.
I know Harvey Fierstein. It's weird, but
but reach out.
Yeah, we'll do Mrs. Doubtfire.
I like Harvey Fierstein and I keep referencing ones we do with the letter hack, but in Independence Day when he's in the car and he's like, Mom, I can't talk right now. I gotta call you back.
Yeah, or Mulan because he voices one of the characters that she befriends. I mean, I recognize you just know. Oh, it's Harvey Fierstein. Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, so George Clooney, Jay Kelly. I haven't even heard of that movie.
These are all real actors. Like I'm like, woo! Like these are all legends. What's going on here?
Leonardo DiCaprio, one battle after another. I feel like it's
he could win the Oscar this year. He could actually win his second Oscar after a decade.
It would be crazy though if that's the role, because he's dressed like Cheech Marin for most of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, because Timothée Chalamet is like Gen Z's Leonardo, and he's up against our Leonardo, so it's like, oh God, I'm like, just don't bring Kylie Jenner to the awards like you did with the SAG Awards, and you might win this time, Timothée.
Let the white boy win. Yeah. So Ethan Hawke and Blue Moon, I still have to see that, and it's like it's crazy that I haven't, but I think they just put it on Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, he looks unrecognizable. I was like, what the hell? He looks like someone, but I forgot who. And I was like, Mickey Rooney, is that you? Like, it was weird because he looked so short.
I feel like I've been seeing that one scene from it for a while, but I didn't know what it was from.
Margaret Qualley's in it too.
Yeah, the one scene with he's like seducing Margaret Qualley or something, and I feel like I've seen that scene a bunch of times, like posted by people, but I didn't know what it was from. But I'm like a big Richard Linklater fan, so like it's crazy I haven't seen it. Mm-hmm. Lee Byung Hung, I hope I said that right. No Other Choice. And Jesse Plemons, Begonia. I don't know. I think that it's Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, I guess they're gonna try to. I haven't seen Marty Scream, so I don't know what Timothée Chalamet's performance is like in that.
Apparently, they say it's his best performance yet because he went full method. I'm like, oh God. Kristen Stewart was on a podcast recently, and I shared the clip, and she was talking about like how when men go method, it seems so distracting, and annoying, and they get praised for it. But when women do it, it's like they don't get the credit they deserve for really going in on a roll. And I'm like, because Timothy was like, I lost my eyesight wearing these contacts for a few weeks, and I'm like, oh my God,
that is pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for someone to. I'm waiting for someone to castrate themselves for a role.
To play a castrata?
Yeah, or to someone's like, for this role, I gave myself a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Like, you got it reversed, but I did that.
Yeah.
Best performance by a female actor in a supporting role: Emily Blunt, The Smashing Machine.
Why?
Ellie Fanning, Sentimental Value. It's funny that Conan keeps being like, yeah, I always think about like those girls, like the Fanning girls, as like being like little, and I'm like, they're actually like Dakota Fanning's born the same year I am, so it's like I'm like, but I still think of her as like as the kid in War of the World.
Girls are War of the World. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I'm like I'm like, oh wow, they're my age. You know, it's funny because I mean, I always think of Elle Fanning. I think of Catherine. You know, the Great. That was a good show on Hulu. Her and Nicholas Hoult. Ariana Grande for Wicked. Honestly, I'm surprised she didn't get the lead one because I felt like part 2 was Glinda's movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird how they divvy these up because like supporting, like if there's 2 leads in a movie, one of them gets supporting, and it's like it's not really supporting.
If this was the Tony Awards, Kristen and Adina were up for Best Actress in lead in a musical when Wicked opened on Broadway. So there's no way that it's just weird.
Weird. Let me see. So Inga Absader, I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry.
For someone for Sentimental Value?
Sentimental Value. Inga Absader, I don't know. Amy Madigan. I mean, I could see her. I feel like she should be lead because they don't even have.
Yeah, because she. Yeah.
No, she's not actually in that much of the movie, so I guess that actually does make sense for supporting. She's only in like I clocked it when we did our episode on weapons, and it was like 1 hour and 26 minutes or something into it that she actually like fully appears as her character or something. It was crazy because I felt like she was in the whole movie. She haunted the movie for me.
That's kind of how I felt about Margaret Hamilton and Wizard of Oz. Like, I'm surprised that she only got like 10 minutes of screen time.
Yeah,
she could have gotten more, but it would have been too scary. And I'm like, what might have been?
And then she went on Mr. Rogers.
Yep, and Sesame Street. Don't forget, she was Oscar the Grouch, and that scared kids. Parents were like, "How dare you scare our kids?" And I'm like,
I just really like the video of Mr. Rogers going, "Oh, how do you do the laugh?" And he's like,
and fucking Mr. Rogers was like trans rights because he's like boys and girls play witches. I'm like, yeah, he didn't say wizards or warlocks. He said witches. So take that.
Yeah, but it totally it distracted me with the.
He's like, I wish I could do that, and I'm like, you can. He's just your voice is too soothing.
But yeah, Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. Yeah, I don't like her in One Battle After Another. Really?
I mean, it's probably gonna be. It might actually. You know what? It actually might end up going to Ariana Grande. I mean, this is not the strongest category. I think. I mean, it's gonna be between her and Amy for weapons. I think.
Word. Best performance by a male actor. Yeah, male actors in a supporting role. Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another. Dude, A Few Small Beers. That's like the line of the year. When he's like, how much? He gets out of the car. He's like, how much have you had? Oh, not much. Just a few small beers. And I was going around after I saw it for a week going, Ocean Waves, Bob. Every time I got stressed out, it helps for some reason. Like, Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein. As
the monster, by the way.
Because it's Guillermo del Toro's, I call it El Frankenstein. Paul Mescal, Hamnet. Yeah, I still haven't I didn't even know this movie existed until a week ago.
That man needs to be in more musicals because when he did Gladiator, the musical sketch on SNL, he was like, "There's no place like Rome," playing on a broomstick. I was like, "Oh, he's got bars." Okay.
Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. Yeah, I mean, it'll probably go to Sean Penn. I feel like for this one. Adam Sandler.
Sandler.
They keep adding. I feel like they keep adding celebrities to this Jay Kelly movie, and I've never.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't even know about it until I'm like, wait, there's a movie with Adam Sandler and George Clooney in
it. and the man himself, Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value.
Yeah.
Cinematic and box office achievement. Avatar: Fire and Ash.
It's not even in theaters yet.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
I feel like Zootopia 2 is gonna get that one because it's like almost $500 million at the box office, and I didn't even know anything about it until like a week before it came out. I was like, oh. I mean,
Mission
could go to
Impossible,
Sinners.
the final reckoning. They keep making Mission Impossible movies, and they keep calling it like The Last Ride. I feel like,
yeah,
Mission Impossible, the last one, I swear. Yeah, Sinners, Weapons, Wicked for Good, Zootopia 2. I feel like Wicked should win a lot of like the ones for like set design and stuff like that.
Yeah, set design, costume design. I mean, they had to do a lot with, again, I mean, MGM copyright. This is why I wish Universal would buy out Warner Bros. Because then they'll all own the same IP, all the Oz IP, right? Right? And hear me out. They do a George Lucas style re-editing and re-release of both Wicked movies where they can make the Slippers Ruby in part 2. They can design the Yellow Brick Road the same way. They could even edit her makeup to resemble the green grease paint used in.
You like green girls. Let me see. Best Motion Picture, non-English. See, it really is the anti-woke Golden Globes. They used to be like international. Now it's just like non-English. There's two kinds of movies.
Who's in charge of this?
There's two kinds of movies. There's English and non-English.
Foreign? No foreign? Okay.
It was just an accident. France.
No other choice could win this one.
I don't want to know what it was just an accident in France means. Like, oh, it slipped in. It slipped in. It was just an accident.
What slipped in where?
No other choice. South Korea. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's gonna be up for an Oscar because it's like Park Chan-wook.
Yeah.
If I was a DJ,
every time I see Secret Agent, I want to hear Secret Agent Man, Secret.
I feel like Park Chan-wook would be such a good DJ name. If you're at like a rave, ravers are all like, "Oh, we're wooks, we're wooks." Yeah, sentimental value, Norway. All right, that makes sense. Why I haven't. Why
Norway.
It hasn't
when I think of a good non-English film I think of Norway.
Surat from Spain and the voice of Han Rehab, which it was really sad that movie came out and then they killed her like right after the movie came out.
Yeah.
It like premiered. Best Motion Picture Animated, Arco, Demon Slayer. I don't know. I'm Demon Slayer, whatever that one is. It's just too long.
Zootopia 2 is gonna get it. I hope. I'm rooting for it.
They had a thing on when I went to the movies on Thanksgiving. Zootopia 2 and Wicked were the only two things really playing at the movie theater for some reason, and they had them in two different rooms, and then they'd switch off which rooms. So I still feel like an idiot over this. I went in the wrong movie theater in the beginning, and it was halfway through the movie, and I was like trying to figure out where I was supposed to be sitting because it was in two different theaters, and they didn't tell me which theater it was in. And I was like, oh, I think I'm supposed to sit here. Some like guy was in the seat, and then I realized like, oh, it's the theater. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, Guillermo del Toro, Frankenstein, Jafar Panahi. I'm probably not saying that right. It was just an accident. Joachim Trier, Sentimental Value. It's probably not pronounced like that because it's Norway. I pronounced it like it was a Spanish guy. Chloe Zhao, Hamnet. Yeah, see, I definitely
be between Paul, Ryan, and maybe Guillermo. It's probably gonna be between Paul Thomas and Ryan Coogler. Yeah.
Best Screenplay, One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme by Ronald Bronstein and Josh Safdie. Sinners, Ryan Coogler. It was just an accident. Jafar Panahi. Hey, I guess he wrote and directed it. He must have been quite the accident. Sentimental Value, Hamnet, Best Original Score. This is kind of the same ones for director and writer. Frankenstein score. Frankenstein score didn't really do anything for me.
Ludwig, let's go.
Yeah, Sinners. One Battle After Another. I do really like the One Battle After Another. The theme that's like yeah. Surat, Hamnet, F1, Hans Zimmer did the F1 score. Fast Car by Hans Zimmer.
Of course. Him and John Williams are always working. It's either those two, and then you slap Ludwig in out of nowhere, you know.
All right, these are the last ones because after this it's television, and we're not interested.
Yeah, no. Best original song.
Song. Dream is One from Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Miley Cyrus sang that song, and I'm like, what?
Oh, I thought they were gonna do like a song from like the Avatar world or something. They're like,
oh god.
They're like, wow, this shit goes hard. Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. I still don't know what the fuck that is. I lied to you from Sinners. No Place Like Home from Wicked. Isn't that's the new one that they did, right?
Yeah.
That's the
one where the cowrie line's like,
yeah, no, I know.
Listen to her. This witch ruined my life.
I know what I mean. I remember.
See that green face.
I just couldn't remember if it was on the actual, like if it was in the musical. It's the new one, yeah. Girl. So they did the two. So they're doing the two ones that are new ones. Girl in the Bubble. Here comes Glinda and her gay ass bubble.
I shout out to my girl Scarlett for playing little Glinda. I know her. She's a sweetheart. She did so good. I'm so proud of
her. And Train Dreams from Train Dreams. This is beginning to sound like the movie Plane, but it's Train.
Train Dreams. What?
Yeah, I think it's just television from there. I don't think it's.
I mean, if it doesn't go to, I mean, it's probably either go to the K-pop song for some reason because fanfare, or you know, Sinners.
I mean, I am kind of afraid of K-pop fans, so.
Yeah, I'm not into K-pop. Everyone's like, my best friend is into K-pop, and I'm just like, she literally could be like, if she had the money, she probably would do like an Ollie London and like make herself look Korean. Like, I'm not even joking.
Then this was causing controversy.
Where's movie night extravaganza on this list? What the hell?
But people were talking. People were kind of upset about this because best podcast. It's the Dak Shepard one, Call Her Daddy, the Amy Poehler one, Mel. I don't even know who Mel Robbins is. And
Will's I've Had It act. That's a good one.
And then Up First from NPR. They said that they snubbed every political one, which is probably true. But of course, they probably don't want like a political podcast.
Joe Rogan, because they would have to nominate him. And it's like, no, I'm good.
Get out of here, Joe Rogan. No one.
Can you imagine if we ever got nominated for a Golden Globe? The three of us would be like, what?
I wouldn't want to, for the reason that I feel like people be like, what the fuck is this show? This show sucks. And then without even watching it.
Also, people are like, wait, what is this podcast? Maybe we should start doing maybe the next few years we could do the For Your Consideration campaign. Like we've had Adam McKay on. We've had, I'm assuming he's a member of the Academy or whatever. Like,
But yeah. So other things to talk about. Tarantino and Paul Dano. We said we would talk about
Dano Nation Rise Up. Also Matthew Lillard too. What the fuck did Matthew Lillard ever do? I
think that Tarantino was just they were like, oh, like this is something that you said, and like why are you going after this guy? And then he just came up with another guy to like go after so that people would stop thinking that this was the worst guy that he like said something about. It's like, oh, and Matt, because I saw the video where he's like, I have plenty of opinions about things. I have an opinion that I don't like Matthew Lillard either. And it's like,
why?
But yeah, it's I'm trying to find the actual.
He's not even the weakest male actor in SAG. Like Paul Dano, in my opinion, should have won a Golden Globe for playing a young Brian Wilson in that Brian Wilson movie.
There Would Be Blood would stand a good chance. Why every one of these is ads that keep popping up. There Would Be Blood would stand a good chance being number 1 or number 2 if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it. And the flaw is Paul Dano. Obviously, he's supposed to be a two-hander, but it's also drastically obvious he's not a two-hander. He's weak sauce, man. He's the weak sister. He's just weak, uninterested guy. The weakest fucking actor in SAG. I don't think that's a natural list that Tarantino has. It's a coke.
You know who's the weakest actor in SAG? The dude who's saying that quote.
Yeah, every movie Tarantino's put himself in, he's the weakest part of the movie.
He really is. It's like, why are you here, dude? Like, you don't have to. Not all directors can act, and not all actors can direct. Or it's like, the triangle's not. It's like the square is a rectangle, but rectangle's not a square situation.
Yeah. Well, the only the in From Dusk Till Dawn. That's the one movie they did a really good job. But it's because he's a creepy weirdo with autism in that movie, and it's
with the feet. I mean, I would like to say to his face, dude, you have a foot fetish in your movies. Also, too, if I'm remembering this correctly, because people have been saying this, Uma Thurman suffered a very, very terrible injury while filming one of the Kill Bill movies, and he was a piece of shit to her about that.
Yeah, they had her in a car, and they rolled the car down something, and the car actually crashed and like into something at the end of the thing that they didn't look for, and like she was badly injured in it, and he was like, keep rolling, don't go help her.
That too.
This is a sign in it that says dead storage. that scene is I don't know, that scene's only good because of Harvey Keitel showing up. It was if you just had to deal with Tarantino, Samuel Jackson, and John Travolta like talking, it'd be like, oh my god. But then Harvey Keitel shows up and saves the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was Uma Thurman Stumper. It was Uma Thurman that was in the car.
Yeah.
And it was a big thing because he wanted to date Uma Thurman, and he like obviously she was like his muse at the time, and he was like in love with Uma Thurman, and then he was
with Ethan Hawke at the time, I think. Or they were still,
and then her car crashes, and then he doesn't even like. It's like, keep rolling.
Yeah. The car or the film?
Both. Run her over. Then she's gonna rely on me for support to take care of her.
Yeah,
and that's how I get Uma Thurman to date.
She could have ended up dead. I mean, look what happened with what was it? John Landis directing the Twilight movie, the Twilight Zone movie with a fucking Jennifer Jason Leigh's dad. Like that was a whole debacle. And this was
my dad's kind of a creep. Like, I'll be the first to say it. Like, my dad's kind of a creep, and he joined a yoga class because Uma Thurman was in the yoga class, and he was like, oh, Uma, because she was living near us at the time, and she was living in New Paltz, like on the weekends, like not full time, but it was her and Ethan Hawke were living here, and they were like getting divorced, and my dad was like, yeah, I joined a yoga class, and he's like, pause, he was like, Uma Thurman's also in the yoga class.
Yeah, the only person that actually kind of stays here a lot is Mark Wahlberg, and Gerard Butler has like a winter home here. It's kind of interesting, especially for someone who dreamed of that when she was like 11.
I dreamed a dream. Did you dream?
Oh my god! Did you see the Kennedy Center honors that Trump picked, and everyone was like, "What the fuck is this old white dude?" I'm like, "That's the Phantom of the Opera, Michael Crawford himself." If there's one person who loves Phantom of the Opera more than I do, it's our president. Blast that shit.
Or somebody's like, dude, that picture of him catching me taking a picture of him is so funny.
Yeah.
Right. When I was out to like breakfast with my family, and Chris Hayes was there for some reason. I was like, and then he just looked right at me as I took the picture. I was like, oh fuck.
That's funny.
He had this road bike though with like the biggest tires I've ever seen. Like, they have like those road bikes that have
is he compensating for something?
I think he just because there's a bike rental place over by where I think he stays or whatever, and I think he rented the bike, but it was like this crazy road bike.
Hot damn! If I could get a residual check of over 70 grand, you know how happy I would be with my life. Also, Conan's never seen Titanic, and we really want to cover it one day because it's like one of my favorite movies ever, and also too, Conan's never seen Titanic ever.
Yeah, and he said he would only do it for this, which I respect. I saw Titanic when I was like young. Like it was one of those movies that you see when you're like, I don't know. Like I think I was like, well, because I mean it makes sense, right? Like it's not like
I was 3. I was 3 because my sister was a big fan. We got the two VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And I just remember it ending. I'm like, what's happening? And they're like, we got to put in the second VHS tape to see what happens.
Yeah,
my sister saw the movie like 5 times in the theater.
I rented the same VHS or the same, the same.
I believe you're gonna get your headline after all, Mr. Murdoch.
Because it said Kristina Oakes rented this before you. No, but I rented the same, and I remember being like, "There's two tapes," and it's like I gotta wait for the boat to sink because I remember the boat starts sinking at the end of the first tape.
Yeah, the iceberg gets hit. It hits the iceberg, and they're like, "What?" And then it's like, "Oh, a love story," but then it's like a disaster film in the second half, and it's like, okay.
You know, I'll email the letter hack my picture of Chris Hayes. I have it on Twitter. I'll find it. It was so funny. because he clearly sees me taking a picture.
Yeah, it's like that one photo of Robert Pattinson where he's like,
yeah. And then I posted one time because Emma Vigeland was on Chris Hayes' show and was like talking to Chris Hayes, and then I was like, oh yeah, well I could talk to Chris Hayes too if I saw him. There was a summer when I don't remember if he was there was something going on with the show where he was like moving it or something.
Yeah.
And like I don't know if he thought he was going to be unemployed or something like that, but he left the city and came up here because he has a house here. Like he has like a summer house, but he was here for like the entire summer, and I kept seeing him bike riding, but like, you know, not enough to like, because we'd always just pass each other. Like one day it was like a rainstorm, we passed each other, and I was like, what up, Chris? Like it got to the point where I could say hi to him. I was like, hey, and then but I couldn't do anything else.
You're like, you need an editor? You should ask that.
No, what I was gonna, what I
Oh,
wanted to say, well, like, because he knew Michael Brooks, and it was like right around the time Michael Brooks had died, and I wanted to be like I saw the thing you said about like Michael Brooks, because he was talking about how Michael Brooks came to him as like when he first moved to the city. Michael Brooks like had lunch with him or something and talked about like career prospects in the industry, and I wanted to be like, yeah, that was like a really nice thing, but I was never like,
oh, there.
Yeah, he clearly sees.
It's like
Clearly saw me seeing him. I thought I was like being really sneaky because all the way over there, but he's looking directly at me in this picture.
Yeah, is that the weird thing when you like want to take a picture of a celebrity and they're looking right like at the, and you're like, oh. it's like you know, I'm just.
Well, you kind of play it off like you're texting.
Trying to be subtle, it's like,
oh, a text message from a friend. Not yet, not Chris Hayes.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know if you have. Did you watch the Diddy documentary at all?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god!
I've tried to steer clear because he kind of got out of trouble.
Yeah, a lot of them. I shared like a post on my Instagram story. It's like, you know, all the men is like, you know, I saw him beat his wife, but I just figured he was at a low point in his life and he would do better. Yeah, he ripped me off millions of dollars, but I still wrote songs for him. And then it's like the whole thing with Sting. It's like he was dancing on Biggie's grave. I was like, we didn't see it, but then again, I was 4 when it actually I was almost 4 because it was like. Yeah, I think that's it. The VMAs are usually in August, but I remember that. I remember that because
yeah, I mean, I'll be
the applause when he performed.
I'll be missing you is like kind of crazy. Like it's kind of a.
He had that song out right weeks produced and the music weeks, and it's like we didn't see it now, but we didn't see it then, but now we see it. And it's like.
I feel like there was so much trauma going on in the the rapper community. I almost said so much trauma in the black community, but when isn't there a lot of trauma going on?
Yeah.
we're in America, but no, there's a lot of trauma going on in like the rapper community. I feel like at that time, and it kind of makes sense. But I mean, like Suge Knight got away with his shit for as long as he did, and he like
I'm
Suge
just saying,
an actual
low life compared to Diddy. It seems.
But he was like literally like a gangster pretty much, like, you know what I mean, like not in the way that like rappers are like gangsters, like he was literally a gangster. We know that he has. I mean, Every Breath You Take is now the most played song on the radio now, and so like he has to pay Sting to stay like $5,000 a day, and like it's just so weird that Diddy was like, yeah, we'll make amends, but you sing your song, why I lip sync to my song. And it's like Every Breath You Take.
That song is a stalker, creepy song. So it's like, oh, we know why you made him sing those lyrics for a reason. We get it now. But the fact that Sting got all the applause was kind of funny because everyone's like, who's this dude dancing? Because Diddy was only known for like doing like collaborations and little you know, in songs. So like his only hit song really was "I'll Be Missing You" because I don't. It just
he was Puff Daddy back then. I don't trust a man. I don't trust a man who changes his name that much.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you change your name, if you change your name a million times, like I don't trust him,
I remember when P. Diddy had that song out and Ben Stiller was in the music video and he kept calling him like Papa Diddy, Puff Daddy. Oh, I want to go to one of your parties. I heard a lot of wild stuff goes on, and I'm like watching that now, and I'm like, we knew, everyone. It's like the Epstein. Everyone knew, but like no one said anything. It's so funny.
Speaking of people that have changed their name a bunch, James Donald Bowman, James David Bowman, James David Vance.
Oh God,
that's crazy. Like I feel like you get Well, unless something happens where like, obviously I'm not talking about like if you're trans and you change your name. Like obviously I'm not talking, but like if you're as a man, if you change your name like multiple times without changing anything else, right? And you change it, I feel like you get one name change. You get one name change, and then it's weird.
Prince doesn't count because he just called himself the artist known as Prince. Yeah,
change your name to a symbol. You can change your name to a symbol. You can get away with that. But I feel like if you change your name to like just something like a different name, like I think Diddy was like, oh well, he's Puff Daddy. But he changed it at one point to Brother Love, and that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like when Snoop Dogg was calling himself Snoop Lion. I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to yourself?
He was doing because he was a reggae artist.
Right.
It's so funny because he was a reggae artist, but no one listened to his reggae, so he just quietly changed his name back to Snoop Dogg and started rapping again.
Yeah, and doing collabs with Martha Stewart. So, man, that really helped revitalize both of their careers.
You can give Snoop Dogg money to do anything because he performed
for Trump, and now he's pro gay again. It's like, dude, sell out.
He went to the movies and then freaked out about being too gay.
Cher's canceled now. Why? Because she's never changed her name. I got you, babe. Cher's one of those singers that I can sing.
Cher, by the way, we're talking about The Player tomorrow. I was watching the making of The Player thing, right? And it's like a bunch of things of Robert Altman, because there's actually a lot of footage of Robert Altman talking about it. And they did the black and white thing, and he didn't tell anybody that he told Cher to wear red. Yeah. Which Cher never wears red, I guess, but he said he didn't know that Cher never wears red. And so he didn't tell anyone about that, and then he told every other celebrity, which the whole place is full of celebrities, obviously.
Yeah.
And he had her show up in red and like got everyone's natural reaction to it. That movie is so cool. But I guess the one person that said no to a cameo in The Player. There's a bunch of people that were in it that didn't make the final cut because he had so many cameos. The one person that said no to a cameo was Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is funny because he made a cameo in The Long Goodbye.
Yeah, he's been. Yeah, I'm like, this is not his first Altman film. Why would he say no? That's
Altman said he even owed him a favor, like he owed Altman a favor for something, and Altman was kind of. At this point, like Altman was kind of a persona non grata. This is the beginning of his comeback. Like The Player happens, and then Shortcuts the next year, and then he's like back. But like we make all those jokes about like Popeye, but like that really did ruin his career for like first Popeye, and then he made
I mean the cocaine on that set alone was most of the budget, I'm assuming.
It kept going over budget too.
Yeah,
because they kept buying more
cocaine. Cocaine and spinach, you know.
Amish Schwarzenegger. I mean, I assume it's because of the cocaine, but like, no. So that actually ruined his career. It got to the point where in the middle of the 80s, he actually had to he started teaching again, which is crazy. He also co-wrote a country song.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Robert Altman, award-winning, well-renowned director.
Yeah. Well, it's like a lot of his renown came after this because The Player and then Shortcuts. Like, and then he was back, baby. But like, and then he was gone again because he was like doing like the Prairie Home Companion movie.
Yeah.
That was like the last movie he did. That was the first Altman movie I ever saw, I think, and I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, apparently it was the first before Coppola was like selling a property that he owns because of how bad Mega Flop
winery.
Yeah, the winery. Yeah. And it's like, it reminds me of when he tried doing the Cotton Club, and that was a big disaster.
I do wonder, with Coppola's winery, do you, like, if you buy the winery, do you get to keep putting the Coppola name on it? Like, is that because I would buy it I would buy it to keep doing that, but then I'd be
like, okay, I got $2, Francis, but I can
really
make a profitable winery.
I'd make like prison wines, like a line of prison wines, but I'd make them like Coppola's Pruno.
Yeah. It's like they got The Outsiders available to watch free on YouTube, but it's not the version that a lot of us who love the novel prefer, because it's like the 25th anniversary version actually is more faithful and longer to like the novel, but a lot of people are commenting, who else had to read this and watch this in 7th grade? It's like a rite of passage. I'm like, yeah, I forget Coppola directed that movie.
I did, and I also watched it.
Yeah,
I can't remember. It was 7th grade, or Yeah, it was
8th
it was
grade.
one of
My teacher was like, "Oh, girls, you're gonna love this movie. It's got Patrick Swayze, Tom Cruise, Rob Lowe, the Karate Kid," and then she's like, "But boys, you got Diane Lane." I was like, "But I love Diane Lane too." There's some. I'm like, I get the best of both, and everyone's like,
stay
"What does
golden,
that
pony. Stay golden,
mean?"
pony
Gold.
boy.
I will rest under Diane Lane's Tuscan Sun any day. Anyway.
So I was looking at the hold on. What to know about the hostile takeovers as Paramount challenges the Netflix bid. Kind of depressing.
We cannot win. There is a no-win situation. Either the death of movie theaters or the death of another conglomerate that could be owned by Trump. Because I mean, Larry Ellison already owns TikTok. He already owns Paramount, CBS. Barry Weiss is going to be in charge of CNN.
This is one of those moments where like I can't like I hate to invoke the old man, but I do kind of wish Biden was still president because you had Lena Khan, and Lena Khan would have been the one like know how like deciding a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, because she'd be like, no. I
mean,
even
also people that
like, Clinton
that publicly don't like Lena Khan, like on Twitter and stuff. We're like, oh, I kind of wish she was here.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's so funny. I'm like, Netflix has all this money to buy another, movie studio, whatever. But they can't. But they ban password sharing for people who don't live in the same household. I'm like, they got the money, but also too, like, what does this mean for, most Netflix movies? I mean, Netflix TV shows are generally pretty good, but the movies they produce are slop. It's like, Netflix makes movies for people who just want to scroll on their phone and have something in the background. Like, they're not going to produce, they're not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing I'm worried about. Like, what is Warner Brothers going to be producing for Netflix?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that, but I also think just the theatrical window time is what really like worries me because it seems like, I don't know, like movies are expensive to go see them. Like I sympathize with that, but like I love going to the movies, and it's like
I know. When I
mean,
the CEO of Netflix is like, oh, Barbenheimer would have been so well Netflix. I'm like, no, it wouldn't. What do you?
Yeah.
You think people were going dressed to the movie theaters as Barbie and Oppenheimer?
But also, like, what does that mean? Like, because they're only really like their income, right? Like as a company, their income comes out of charging more every time for, well, I mean, getting ad revenue and then charging more every time for people joining. And it is why they keep like like ratcheting up the price and everything for that reason. And it's like, I don't know, like what does that mean in terms of like how much money it makes? Because then you're looking at a completely different set of metrics for whether a movie does well, which it doesn't mean that, like, I kind of hate the whole idea of the box office in general in a way, because it's like a lot of things do well after that. Like a lot of things do really well, and then how are you deciding what's a good movie, or how are you deciding what to invest in at that point? Or a story, because it's like, people are going to go to the movies to see IP, which like I'm kind of annoyed with how much IP there is. Like it feels like a lot of stuff are like I like when people take a risk, and the people don't really take a risk with IP. And it's like, so there's
Barbie,
like
Oppenheimer.
So, but it feels like with stuff like that, right? Like that, the box office is not the best metric for that, because a lot of movies are just going to keep coming out, because it's like, well, we know people are going to go sit down in the movie theater because of that. But it's like, if you take away even that, like, what's the metric? Like, oh, this movie made a bunch of people join, like join Netflix. Like, I don't want that to be the metric of whether.
And even the TV show, like Netflix expects everyone to watch like because they're doing they used to drop all the shows, but now they're doing split in like 4 episodes each, which is so stupid. You watch 4 episodes and you have to wait a month for the rest of the 4, which is again very stupid. But like they expect like, we have to have like millions and millions and millions of people watching the first 4 episodes of the show within like the first day. Otherwise, it's not going to get another season, which is so stupid. I mean, even Amazon, I think it's Amazon or Prime, right? Amazon doing the Fallout show. They're already working. The second season hasn't dropped yet, right? But they're already going to work on the 3rd season in like the summer of next year, in a few months. So a lot of people are like, oh my God, what are they doing? I'm like, they're doing what it should have been the normal for most television shows, but they're not doing it because Netflix has ruined how you do TV shows now.
Yeah, I agree with the short blast of dopamine thing, because it's like,
those vertical dramas are crack to me. Oh my God, they're so bad. But I would be quite happy doing Hallmark movies or those stupid vertical shorts where all the plots are the same. I would be happy acting in those, you know? Steady income, you get to travel all over the world filming these plays. Like, I mean, there's so many billionaires who invest in these things, and it's like, why? You could be ending world hunger.
I feel like,
but instead you're funding I became my CEO's greatest obsession. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I wonder what it does to our like collective. I mean, who knows if this is really a thing, but like collective attention spans, right? Where it's like and like sense of urgency, where it's like I don't love every episode at once of a show because then you binge it and then you kind of like I kind of like that they stagnate it where it's like a week. And then you gotta wait, and then because it teaches you like everything like instant gratification is not a good thing. I feel like
and also too, a lot of people who do TikTok content or Instagram are realizing they're not making any money anymore because of the changes made to TikTok when it got banned and then it got reinstated. And I called this. I'm like, the algorithm is gonna be very different. Everything's gonna be a fucking ad now. Everyone's gonna try to sell you something. It doesn't matter how many views you have, it's still not gonna, make a lot of, give you a lot of money. And a lot of people realize that maybe long form content is going to make a comeback.
By the way, Kristina does daytime soaps. That's one of Stevie's comments. And it's like, dude, I feel like it would do really, really well if you did because it did really well when you were covering What We Do in the Shadows. Like, I feel like it would do, or Dark Shadows. But when you were covering some kind of shadows, you could just do everything with shadows. When you were doing Dark Shadows, though, it did really well. I feel like you could have you could go with this endlessly. You could have a soap opera, like a podcast where you cover a soap opera, and like and I feel like you could do really well with that.
Yeah,
but it's gotta be like a crazy one.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, also what's
an unconventional director actor combo you'd like to see on a movie, and in what genre?
Oh, Cillian Murphy and Greta Gerwig in like a mumblecore.
and then they gotta advertise it like you saw them in Barbie and like you saw Barbie and you saw Oppenheimer and with Greta Gerwig directing and Cillian Murphy acting. Now see them together.
People are like, what is this? I mean, it is kind of unusual,
Yeah, I gotta think about this because I feel like one's gonna pop into my head that's really good, but because there's been so many good unconventional director actor combos like that I feel like things wouldn't have worked, and then they end up working really well, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think another one. Because I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like there's so many big famous directors. So it's like, oh yeah, a lot of people worked with. Maybe Emma Stone and I don't know who Emma Stone could. I mean, she's worked with a lot of great directors. I mean, someone who's not Yorgos, because I mean, that was kind of unconventional because she hadn't really done anything crazy until she started working with him. Like she was really showing her like potential. Like I'm not just doing rom-coms and musicals and teen comedies anymore. I'm an actress.
Yeah. After seeing Sorry Baby, I'd like to see Eva Victor do anything with like I don't know, because the like Sorry Baby, like she directs herself. She writes it and she directs herself. I'd like to see. I feel like anything because her style is like her style and her cadence is crazy in that movie.
Yeah,
like, I don't know if you've seen it yet.
No one else, or maybe the other characters are the Muppets.
Someone said that they wanted to see Daniel Craig doing one of the Knives Out movies, but everyone else is a Muppet except him.
Because they literally did a Muppet sketch, which was funny as hell. I was like, ha.
But he was a Sesame Street character too, and I feel like it would be really funny to do a version of Knives Out where it's him. He's the only human, and everyone else is Muppets.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing like a lot of people are still shocked about Nia DaCosta directing the second of the 3 28 years later stuff. A lot of people are like, what? I'm like, well, she did the Candyman movie, which really wasn't that bad. It's just everyone's still stuck on the Marvels for some reason. I'm excited for that movie because the third movie is definitely going to be about Cillian Murphy's character because he's going to come in the end of the movie because Danny Boyle spoiled it for all of us.
He's going to come at the end of the movie. Don't worry. Just keep watching. He's going to come. Somebody said I was Someone said The Bone Temple is a brutally audacious follow-up to 28 years later that largely sidelines the infected to explore cultism, trauma, psychosis, and compassion. I really like its uncompromising, idiosyncratic ambition, easily more polarizing than 28 years later, which was already plenty fucking polarizing, I feel like.
Yeah, because everyone's like, this is a very different movie. But all the 28 blank later were all different movies. Like the first one was very, very intimate.
You know what would be good? I feel like after seeing Nora and seeing Sorry Baby, I could see Sean Baker doing a movie with Eva Victor.
Ooh.
I feel like she could write it. She could write it and star in it, and then Sean Baker could direct it. Yeah. And I feel like that could go hard. That movie is insane because it's like, have you ever seen it where someone's clearly writing the movie and everyone kind of has their cadence in it? Like, I don't know if it's on purpose, like every character. And so she had like John Carroll Lynch come in for a scene and he like picked up her cadence. And it's like, dude, what the fuck am I like? Because she has like a very strange cadence throughout that whole movie. Like the way that she talks. It's like this very like stilted. Like, did you see it?
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. She has that really, really stilted like way of talking. And John Carroll Lynch is in that one scene in the parking lot and he has that same way of talking. And it's like, how is somebody like that good of an actor, or how is a director that interesting that like you pick up their way of talking? But I mean, I guess everybody that's been in like a Kevin Smith movie picks up his cadence, which isn't always a good thing.
Yeah. Oh man, imagine being around like directors in like the old Hollywood days. I mean, you got your mid-Atlantic, transatlantic accent, but then it's like even the directors sounded like that, and it's like, why? You don't have to sound like us.
But it's like, I've always wondered, like, because there's an accent you have to learn. Like, do you just go home at the end of the night and then your regular voice comes back?
I doubt Grace Kelly still had her very high Philadelphian accent.
Some people obviously like take it on, but I'm saying like, are there some people that like they come back and then
I don't think Joan Crawford fakes it though. I mean, even her in interviews, she's so gracious and so like they're not my fans, they're my friends, and I'm like, yeah. That goes lines that go hard. Calling you would love Comic-Con, Joan.
She probably would hate it.
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, I feel like it's crazy that like things pick up like that though, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to think of another movie. Yeah.
I'm just sad that we're probably gonna, Netflix prices are gonna go up by like $50 more because they're gonna own. Oh, also Tubi jokingly said we'll buy Warner Bros. I'm like, you know what? You own half of the IP anyway. Why not?
I like the Onion article that was Plex puts in a bid for buying Warner Brothers at $35.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Who do I not want to see? Flavor Flav. Just kidding. I would love to see Flavor Flav in the Criterion Closet.
But yeah, the hostile takeover. I guess this is everything has a like everything blocks you from seeing the whole thing now. But it was 100 and their bid or whatever is $108 billion bid for Warner Brothers, taken right to like shareholders. So it's like they took their bid right to like the shareholders to try to buy out 51% of the stock. For $108 billion instead of Netflix, which was going to buy everything except like CNN. Like they weren't going to buy the cable assets, and it's going to be $72 billion.
Paramount wants the CNN. They want the cable.
I don't understand why they wouldn't then try to make a deal where it's like, I don't think that they should, but I'm saying like where they buy that part and then Netflix buys the other part. It's the worst of all worlds for everybody that's a consumer.
Yeah.
All right, Letterhags question: who would you not want to see in the Criterion Closet? And he said
David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers. Honestly,
he said Louis C.K.
or the CEO of Netflix.
Louis C.K. masturbating in the Criterion Closet.
Yeah, I think Jordan the Stallion did his own Criterion thing. And he was like, "Why is this movie not here? Why is this movie not here? I'm just gonna add this movie in here." It was hilarious.
I would not like to see Jordan Peterson in the Criterion Closet.
Why not, Forrest? Do your best impression of him in the Criterion Closet.
Well, this movie, it seems like there's some kind of Jungian psychology going on. And I saw this movie when I was a young man, and I had a dream afterwards where I had sex with my grandma.
Oh, shit.
You know what's a sleeper for somebody that probably would be interesting in the Criterion Closet, but I wouldn't want to see anywhere. Ben Shapiro would probably be interesting in the Criterion Closet.
Oh my god, that dude would be picking Singing in the Rain, Sound of Music, probably Citizens King.
The only thing I don't like about Singing in the Rain, when they're singing, where's the rain?
Yeah. Oh, I still gotta watch this Wicked for Good review. It's probably similar to mine.
Yeah.
Dude,
I like that he was
so
like, he was burning Barbies.
It's great.
He was burning Barbies for the Barbie movie, and then he was like, I loved Wicked.
Yeah, it was funny though. I was like, he was like, here's some. He's like, I didn't like though during Defying Gravity when they kind of interrupted the flow of the song with and I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, you know what? I'm here for it. Let's go.
Oh bloody hell! What is up with these two woke moralists making fun of me? Shut up, woke moral. It's like only just like the crying Jordan Peterson. Oh bloody hell!
Imagine Tim Pool in the Criterion Closet.
That guy has no taste.
Beanie stick in the closet,
I like seeing people in the Criterion Closet that have like taste, and I feel
like Pamela Anderson is a good example. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, some people are surprising. I really like the Jenna Ortega memes where it's like every single time she opens her mouth to talk about acting, she's like brings up some like
French avant-garde.
Yeah, and then it's like she's on the set of like Blee Blorp 3, the Rise of Blump Blump.
I feel like her agent hates her since she left in solidarity with Melissa Barrera. I just think her agent's a Zionist. That's the only thing, because her movie, the movie that she's in, it's like, oh honey, what are you doing? But like, what would your Criterion picks be, Forrest?
I mean, you have to be in the Criterion Closet to like know what's in there, right? Like,
I mean, I guess I definitely would do Black Swan, The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, like I feel like part of the I feel like it's hard to know what your Criterion picks would be, because it's like you have to be in there and you have to actually go through it and be like, oh look, this is this movie and this movie and that movie.
I'll be like Blind Al and be like, you know what?
I could be like like the fake Obama thing that I fell for. I'd be like,
he fell for a fake lift.
I fell for it, but I still went with it because everybody else was falling for it too. But then I was like, there's no way this is a real list. There's no way that Obama just watched the Battle of Algiers, because I was like going deep into it, because I was like looking at like Rashid Holiday, like his because he used to be like close with Obama, which makes his Israel policy extra bad, because he knows what the fuck he was doing. It's not like he did not have a background in that, right? Like he was like really close with like Rashid Holiday. He was also really he like was at a bunch of places with Edward Said Obama.
Yeah.
There's like pictures of all of them at a table together when he was like young. So it's like, you know what the fuck you're doing, motherfucker. Like, there's no way you haven't seen Battle of Algiers. You've seen Battle of Algiers, motherfucker. But yeah, I had like a thing for the details of the Paramount takeover, but there's an ad wall now. Yeah, everyone wants you to read their journalism, but then they're like,
this is why right-wing media takes over, because they have the money to fund the stuff without ads.
Yeah. It's $108.4 billion for Warner Bros. Discovery. And the way that the bidding war is going to take place, right? Instead of going to the board of directors, because the board of directors are already happy with the $77 billion Netflix thing, which I don't want to know how much that hikes up our individual subscriptions to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like they're going directly to they're doing $30 per share. So they're doing like a cash offer. So they're literally trying to pay everybody off. And it's Jared Kushner is involved in this. Several like Middle Eastern companies or countries. It's like I think it's
Qatar, Saudi Arabia,
yeah. All of those countries are involved in it, and then the Ellison family. It feels like the axis of evil. Like
yeah, it really does.
America, like Jared Kushner representing America, Ellison representing like Israel, and then every single I think it's the Saudis, it's it's Qatar, it's like all of them together. They're like they're trying to buy up Armenia.
Wrong answers only. The only you know what? Who could play me in a movie about my life? But a wrong answer. I don't. Timothy Chalamet. I don't know.
I mean, you guys have
actually he looks more like a younger version of my dad, so I don't know. Actually,
he could grow his hair out, and then you could have similar hair to Timothy Chalamet.
You know what? If I were to do a love story about my parents, it would have to be Jack O'Connell and Emma Corrin from the Lady Chatterley's Lover. That would be a good casting choice because she looks like Princess Diana. She played Princess Diana, young Princess Diana in The Crown. So
I don't look like
my mom always got told she looked like Princess Diana, so I'm like, perfect casting.
I look like Bam Margera after the drugs. And it's been said to me before, and I thought it was mean at first, but
now you think that's a compliment. I get sometimes I get Greta Gerwig, and then sometimes Bradley Keough, Lisa Marie Presley when I get told. If Riley Keough was smart, because she does projects with Hulu, she would make a miniseries about her mom's life, right? That would be cool.
I would never have said this answer until seeing Weapons, but it would be I would let Benedict Wong play me, but he has to do the gay principal voice.
Oh God, seriously?
The entire time. Where he's just like, where he has like the slight like Brooklyn accent or whatever, and he's like a gay principal, and I would be like, you know what, Benedict Wong, go crazy. I would like put a tracksuit, like a track jacket on him like this, and like a tank top. And be like, go forth, Benedict Wong.
Go forth.
Oh, go forth and podcast.
I still don't really know. I mean, I think Timothy Chalamet would be a good idea. I think Ariana Grande would be an out-of-box pick too, because I would be like, you have to scrape all your self-tanner off to play me, girl.
Does she have a Criterion closet? I feel like hers would be interesting.
Hers would probably be good because she did have a Nona who was like 100 years old. Yeah, I bet hers would be probably. I feel like after what, because she got PTSD from the bombing at her concert in Manchester, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like she's not gonna tour or record much. I think she's at a point in her career where she wants to act more, and I don't blame her. I look forward to it. So
yeah, I wouldn't want to be like a live art, like that kind of live artist, right? Like I feel like it's probably fun to be in a band, but I would not want to be like doing big concerts like that, because there was a little while there in Trump won, especially when people were just like, I bet I could blow up this concert.
Yeah, I mean that was probably the biggest terrorist attack in the UK at her. Yeah, it was since the London bus bombings in 2005. Yeah, so I wouldn't blame her if she doesn't want to. Even a lot of artists are like, we're not touring anymore because fans are fucking psycho and throw shit at us and want to jump on stage. And also too, Michael Jackson was right. Touring is exhausting. Who wants to tour?
I misheard you for a second. And I thought you said they want to have Trump on stage. And I was like, why?
I think like the Village People and Kid Rock would want Trump on stage.
They want a Trump on stage. Is that like they want to get on stage and do the YMCA
back in the day, women would throw themselves at rock stars, but like want to hump them and shit, and then escort by security, like no big deal. Nowadays it's like, I want to choke you, but it's like, please don't do that. Back in my day, women used to throw bras and panties and teddy bears at the stage, Bring that back.
20 years we'll be trying to do a serious movie about Trump. They did a movie about Trump.
The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Very good one. They did the one with Sebastian Stan and what's his name? Jeremy Strong, where it was about Roy Cohn grooming Donald Trump into becoming the man that he is today, and Roy Cohn realizing, what the fuck did I do? I created a monster.
You know what I remembered the other day? I was thinking about it because FIFA gave Trump that award. They were like,
a participation trophy award.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
But FIFA gave Trump the ending wars award or something stupid because they want a better deal in the U.S.
We're going to war with Venezuela.
I love that you could just bribe Trump. I don't love it, but it's like like the most like base level of bribery too. But there's like so back in the 80s, Roy Cohn and Trump went after the NFL with an antitrust suit because they had the American Football League, and they wanted to make their league like the top football league or whatever. So I feel like Trump probably has like a a grudge against like football now, so that they can just bribe him to say that soccer. Why don't they call soccer football? You hit the ball with your feet, which is true. I don't know why they don't call soccer football. They do it in every other country.
Because Americans are dumb. We rename shit all the time. I could probably list 5 things they read. I mean, look at Canadian bacon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
the only guy that kicks the only foot action is like there's a kicker. Yeah,
they should call it head ball or something. I don't know what toss-a ball. Toss-a-ball is already a thing.
They should call it head ball. Head. I
mean, that's the whole point. Am I wrong? What? And they just ram into each other head first. That's why they have the concussions. That's why so many athletes are dying so young now.
Shoulder ball. You tackle your shoulder.
I mean, yeah.
Baseball.
I just don't understand. I mean, my cousin is big into like her son. Like my one cousin is big into sports, and she groomed her son to be a football. And I'm like, you do realize he's gonna die before he's 30, right? From all these concussions, because I know for a fact she's gonna force him to go pro. Like, it's stupid. Like, do like sports that are not, where you don't head on. I mean, once upon a time, I had dreams of becoming a female wrestler. But then I realized, they just want me in a bikini and mud, because that's what it was. I mean, back in the day, the women used to fight the men. Bring that back.
They also had it so bad for a while that like an early version of the culture war actually was football with helmets. Like that was like an early, because they were like, we're real men. We don't want to put helmets on our football players. This is back when it was like, it was like a sport that young collegiate students, did. And it's like, it's called football, just play it on foot. That's stupid.
Yeah. That's all sports.
Soccer makes sense because it's like foot, like you're literally
using your foot to move the ball around.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I know wrestling is fake as hell. I was there. I mean, I grew up.
Wait, wrestling is fake?
I grew up with Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, The Rock, Kane and Undertaker brothers who become, allies. And also, I remember when Diamond Dallas Page stalked the Undertaker's wife. I remember when Vince McMahon was cheating on Linda with Trish Stratus, and she was in like a catatonic state for a year. And then all of a sudden, she got up and kicked him in the balls, and everyone's like, "Oh, she's out of her coma." What? Like,
I like the clip, and like it sucks that this guy is president.
Page, baby.
I love the clip where it's like the battle of the billionaires, and he's on the stage just talking about his shit, and then Donald Trump runs up with a chair and it hits fucking Vince with a chair.
Rikishi, the fat dude who would rub his ass crack in people's faces. People were like, "Yeah, that shit was real, man. That was not. You didn't want to get the stank." We get people dancing before the wrestling. It was fun. The late 90s, early 2000s wrestling couldn't be matched. It was good. When it was still called the WWF, that's when it was peak. Now it's kind of shit.
Yeah.
Well, Gold Steve Austin being a pro gay wrestler, I did not see that coming.
Have you ever seen Stone Cold ET?
Yeah.
You have that video? Mm-hmm. Where it's the guy, I want to play that because it's the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, I should do a pro wrestling podcast. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I'm just a sexy boy. Sorry.
Let me see. Well, you've seen it. Maybe the chat hasn't seen Stone Cold ET, and it's still. Wait, hold on. There's an ad, and I don't want to play the ad, but it's still the funniest. It's the funniest shit. Stone Cold ET.
And I just want to order a couple White Castles to go.
Oh, I forgot about this video, man.
I said Stone Cold ET would like a couple cheeseburgers and maybe a drink, and I'd like to get out here as soon as possible, and that's the bottom line.
Okay, do you want to tell us? I can't understand anything you're saying, please.
Okay, you want Stone Cold ET to pull up what side?
Just go to the first window.
Okay.
That takes mad long to get from this guy from this.
Yeah.
You know Stone Cold ET.
I would be like, Viking. punked or something.
This window, next window. And then it takes mad long to get to this window. Like,
yeah,
crazy.
like what the hell? How big is this fast food joint? Oh my god.
It must be so awkward to just be waiting there.
I would just be like, this is my life. This is what I do for a living. I work at fast food joint, and this is what I get to.
For saying something.
This is Stone Cold ET, and I want to order a couple cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line. Because you know Stone Cold ET like to come to White Castle, order a couple cheeseburgers to fill me up before I whoop some ass. Give me a hell yeah if you're down with Stone Cold ET.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Yeah! Because Stone Cold ET likes whooping ass. When Stone Cold ET rides a bicycle, I ride it long, I ride it hard, just like the Texas rattlesnake when he's done whooping Vince McMahon's ass.
Oh my god, that was always the best part when he actually would beat the shit out of Vince McMahon.
What? What'd you say, ET? What? I said I want to order 2 cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line. Because no Stone Cold love a little White Castle burger with a little onion, with a little meat on it. Because there's nothing like Stone Cold.
What's Stone Cold ET?
Eating those little White Castle burgers. You know Stone Cold like a little White Castle action. When I'm busy fighting off aliens, when I'm busy being a crocodile Will Smith in Independence Day, or being up in that robot, Stone Cold ET is gonna whoop some ass. Give me a hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Stone Cold ET is gonna whoop some ass. And that's the bottom line. Hell yeah.
He doesn't even get the burgers.
No. Nope.
My friend used to think that video, my friend Scott used to think that video was the funniest thing he'd ever seen in his life. And he would get drunk and he would go, you know, Stone Cold ET want to kick some ass.
Oh man. Yeah, it's on the early YouTube. It's like my YouTube algorithm showed me like old like Jenna Marbles stuff, and she's like probably my most famous follow on Twitter. And I was like, oh, I miss her. Her husband streams on Twitch, and I'm like,
yeah, she's just like a normal person now, right?
Yeah, because she basically what happened was she canceled herself. Like no one was, during the whole like George Floyd stuff, no one was like, hey, remember when you made like this anti-black, video, or this anti-Asian like racist joke? She actually talked about it, and everyone's like, what's happening? Why are you're the only YouTuber taking accountability, and you're gonna end your career? What? Meanwhile, all these other people were like, they didn't do it.
That's how I would get out of like ever streaming again though. I would be like, look, remember something?
I did a lot of bad things, and you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm taking accountability.
Is her husband Jimmy Marbles?
No. I mean, that first video, that whole how to trick people into thinking you're good looking, I mean, it is basically the OG power of makeup trend. Like, she just put a bunch of fake tanner on, bleached her hair, straightened it, put a horror smoky eye and a new lip, and I was like, damn. Oh,
I feel like Adam
my most
McKay
famous follower Blue Sky is Jake Tapper for some reason.
I feel like Adam McKay is my most famous follower on Blue Sky.
Wait, he actually follows you?
Yeah, but
Don't
like
follow me back.
he follows me recently because I posted, oh, it's been 1 year since our episode with Adam McKay. And he followed him. Yeah. So I don't feel like I totally earned it. He's like, oh, a guy.
I was retweeting, and he was retweeting a bunch of mine when he was still on Twitter, and I was like, and then he followed me. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me ask him about going to podcast, and he said yes.
I feel like every year, right? Like once a year, we gotta find like a big director, which I think I filled our
Christopher Nolan, Ryan Coogler, Greta Gerwig. Huh?
I feel like I filled the 2026 quota because we're having Josh Olson come on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, in in January. I'm excited. I'm excited about that. It's like the first time we've had like a big guest on in a while.
And we gotta get Sam Teeter back on so I can wear another nice low cut top, and for you to point out that he has to acknowledge that I have nice boobs. So that's great.
You said it. You got to set it up ahead of time. All right, you know that you got to acknowledge this part, and then we got to get Sam Teeter to.
It's so funny when I remember when I started watching the Majority Report like over like 10 years ago or whatever, and I remember thinking this guy sounds like the health inspector from Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers.
And then he tried getting John Benjamin, and we were like, cool. And then we were like, wait, what?
You know what video I just saw the other day that I didn't even catch when it came out.
What?
Because I don't think I was watching, like, because we did our thing on the day that Zoran won or whatever. So I don't think I was watching Majority Report that day. He had John Benjamin call in, like John Benjamin called in to prank.
With the song, like calling for Cuomo or whatever. It was funny as hell. Like,
but at first he doesn't say anything about himself. He's like, would you like to vote for Andrew Cuomo? And then, and then he's like, he's like, it slowly dawns on them that it's I don't like it. Probably was set up ahead of time. Like they probably knew he was gonna call him.
But it'd
be funnier if
like
they
know the area code. He's like, remember the area code, because that's a lot of thing they do. Like, you know, if you're like me and you know Matt and Emma, it's like, you know, okay, let us know what your area code is, and if you call him, we'll we'll pay attention. I'm like, cool. I've only called him once. They didn't know who I was.
that was pretty recently, right? Like
that was a few years ago.
But I feel like I knew you at that point, but maybe not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was like 2-3 years ago. My was still alive.
Sam apparently has a big episode coming up with Hugo. But wait, Tim Pool said that Sam was getting laid off.
I thought, Tim Pool said for the 15 billionth time he's ending his show because his cost. He has like 30. I'm like, he's paying 30 people like God knows how much money. Like he's in debt, and I'm like, couldn't happen to a better guy. Well, the skate park. He said
that somebody pulled up to his gate and opened fire or something. But then
Candace Owens said it was his brother who did that. And I was like, ooh, the girlies are fighting.
His dad hates him.
And then Benny Johnson plans on suing Milo Yiannopoulos, and I'm like, this is glorious. And Ben Shapiro's in the background, like, I'm doing panels on CNN with Anna Kasparian.
His dad hates him. His sister hates him. The brother, I think, because he left the family whenever, and like his brother I think went with him, and then I guess they started beefing over something. His brother was like a skateboarder or something.
Yeah, I wonder.
Probably didn't. He probably like stole money from his brother. For a while, there was like a YouTuber economy that was like people were in it that were just like scumbags that you're like, these people should not be famous. And every once in a while, someone will be like, my brother stole $500 from me the other day. Like they would make a post like that, and it's like, this is literally the most unprofessional shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm like, family drama. Keep it to yourselves. The hell.
Like sometimes it's family drama, sometimes it's like friend drama, where they're like, I brought my friend along, and he can't stop doing heroin, and he robbed me, and it's like, this doesn't seem like something you should be putting on social media.
Anything's content. It sucks now. It's like I was explaining earlier.
Goddamn, Kristina, Matt Sam's either a perv. No, he's not. He's not a perv. That's the thing.
He's a gentleman.
Kristina goes on with the low cut top, and he didn't say anything about it
until Fargo comments, "Oh, Kristina and Sam are in a competition who could show the most boobs," and it's like, what?
How do you blow that gig? I'm sitting here bewildered by Tim Pool's success. He's in debt. I see. Can you just imagine like what any of us could do with the resources of Tim Pool?
The Russia money, like, yeah.
All you gotta do is sometimes be like, Ukraine, more like money drain, and then everyone's like, oh wow.
Exactly.
No, but like,
and like also too, it's so funny because it's like, yeah, we know. Also too, like with the Benny Johnson, we know he's a closet gay man. I've heard even back in the day when he was plagiarizing on BuzzFeed, we've heard stories about his liaisons with men, and he's like, I'm suing Milo Yiannopoulos for, I'm like, why?
Wait, did you see the thing that
was going to come out
a couple of days ago? All these people are trying to like stage their own assassination or something. They're trying to do Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk's in Venezuela.
They're all trying to stage like their own cancellation.
We're actually invading Venezuela to get Charlie Kirk back. But no, they're like they're all trying to set it up so they're the next Charlie Kirk or something. Like I don't know, they're all trying to set it up like there was someone coming to kill them. And the Benny Johnson one was like he got a guy arrested and he said he was going around his neighborhood asking like where's Benny Johnson, like knocking on doors. Where's Nancy? but he literally, and I was like I feel like what happened in this situation is he was on Grindr and he told a guy where he lives. The guy came over, but then his wife came home at the same time, which he's not allowed to go on tour anymore because his wife caught him on Grindr. That's why he's not allowed to go on those Turning Point USA tours anymore. And I feel like he always makes sure to be like, my wife is here with me and my kids. But I feel like he got a guy from Grindr to meet up with him and go to his house. He gave him his address, right? And then his wife came home, and then he was like, "Oh, this guy's trying to kill me!" Like he literally did what conservatives say Paul Pelosi was trying to do when he got hit by the hammer.
Yeah, no jokes about conservative. Oh my god, it's so funny. Like I think of course New York Post posted this, and this one guy's like, "Why should I have empathy for Charlie Kirk when he never had empathy?" Like a lot of people are like, "This dude has a point." And other conservatives were like, "What?" And I'm like, "You guys do this shit all the time. I'm sorry. Like I'm not gonna sympathy for when yours gets got."
The second they went from like, all right, like there are some college students that I think are stupid that were like on TikTok that I've never even heard of any of these people. They're just, who the fuck knows who it is, right? That were like, oh, I'm glad like Charlie Kirk is dead, like doing some shit for content to get views, right?
Yeah.
The second they jump from that to like not having empathy for Charlie Kirk is like the same thing. Like you're happy he's dead when you're like, I feel like, he's a guy, he's an anti-gun guy. Or he's a pro-gun guy that got killed by a gun. Like it's inherently like kind of like
The irony is so sweet.
But it's like
jumping
from that to if you're just not sad, it's not sad enough that he's dead. You're gonna lose your job. Like
okay, should we not be sad when Hitler gets like seriously, like it's so funny. It's like if we could travel back in time, what would you do? Kill baby Hitler? No, pay.
Hell yeah, hell yeah,
kill baby Hitler. His mother was considering an abortion, right, when she got pregnant with him, but the doctor was like, no, and I'm like, this is why abortion is a good thing, okay?
There was also like he was literally making a point about gun violence. Like he was literally making a point about
it's now a TikTok trend now, right now. The sound alerts, like with or without, like something about gang violence or whatever, and it's like. I mean, I went live as soon as it broke.
I don't like I watched that video too many times and like I feel like it's definitely tragic. I had somebody like, so I'm not saying it's not, but it's like it just feels like it's hard for me to like, I don't know, like feel that whatever when it's like someone who's actively rooted for that actively went up and said like in front of a crowd like, oh, I just feel like some people are gonna get killed by guns, and it's like that's just what has to happen for our freedom.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know, but then you're one of those people that got killed by like I don't know.
Exactly. But also too, like it's like when it happened, I could not stop giggling like an idiot because I was reading that stupid Jezebel article about the Etsy witches. I just couldn't stop laughing because it's I was like, oh my god. But also too, like laughing is how a lot of us millennials, because we lived through so much horrible shit. Laughing is now how we react to like shit happening. Like it's just a nervous thing. Like my mom was like, "Why are you giggling?" I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, this is actually funny. One of my coworkers laughed when Kirk died out loud in front of the owner, who's the Amish guy, who most likely doesn't know what Charlie Kirk is.
Good.
But it's the only time people have actually been mad at me. Well, people get mad at me all the time, but mad enough that they like message a bunch of shit and then block me, like the people that I know in real life.
Yeah.
Like some girl was like, yo, you're just mad that you bald. Like over something I said about Charlie Kirk. They're like, yo, you mad you bald or something. They blocked me.
I mean, okay, like the stuff I was posting on Facebook was not like, yeah, I'm glad he's dead. I just found it funny. My sister's like, you shouldn't be posting this stuff. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
I'm like, they wouldn't say the same to me. Also, too, they did news or like people were studying, between like Charlie Kirk, like more people got fired over the Charlie, like being happy about Charlie Kirk or like, being funny about it than like fucking racist pieces of shit during like COVID and stuff. It's like, or during like Black Lives Matter. I'm like, cancel culture is not a thing that the left did. The left sucks at cancel culture. I'm tired of this argument that, oh, well, the left did it first. No, we did not. I mean, look, all the people got canceled during Me Too. Kevin Spacey, they gonna come back? Judi Dench, Harvey Weinstein. Like, I don't get it.
I also feel like sexual assault and like say like I'll concede that like the idea of cancel culture or like call out culture went too far in some cases, but it's like I feel like sexual assault and like saying something like saying bad shit should obviously fall into like two very different categories. Like I have no like if someone gets credibly accused of sexual assault, I feel like they should be shunned from the society. Like I don't know what the fuck else to really do with those people. Like it's not like we have the ability to like the only thing that we can really
they did enough time. No, they didn't. I mean, Harvey Weinstein has multiple women that came forward. And also too, I still think it's kind of weird that Kevin Spacey, he came back and there's more allegations against him. So it's like, are these people gonna end up dying too?
You see the Judi Dench thing where she's like, I think that Harvey Weinstein's done his time, and it's like never ask a woman her weight, a man his height, or an old British lady about sexual assault allegations.
Yeah, because most Brits are like, eh. And I'm like, it's because you're all friends with Prince Andrew. Is that what this is? Like, what's going on here?
It's literally Pedophile Island. I called it Pedophile Island, and I got people like yelling at me on Twitter.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just saying.
It's the other Pedophile Island. Like probably Prince Andrew went there and was like, this is a lot like my home.
There's no place like home. Man, the amount of people hate the Calvary line and Wicked for Good is crazy though.
Is Sting getting canceled for being too tantric? Doing too much tantric. Hey.
That one song, Desert Rose, that came out like before 9/11. Remember when like a lot of pop stars were experimenting with like Arabic, like in Arabic stuff, like in their music and stuff like that. And Sting did that Desert Rose song with that one like Muslim singer. And I was like, yeah, this song's a bop. But then 9/11 happened, and everyone just stopped doing that type of music. And it's like
it's the
9/11 did a lot of damage to this world, you know. But destroying that genre of music, the worst.
It's the same thing as the United States of Africa. They can't let it happen. You know, everyone that's ever said they want to create a United States of Africa, dead, overthrown. It's like the second you do East meets West, you can't do East meets West. They'll cancel you for that.
West.
West culture, and then like a drone flies over my head.
It's the Wicked Witch of the West.
They're afraid that East meets West. If it becomes like a cultural phenomenon, it'll be too much. You know?
Well, you know what? There's one debate that always happens in every county, every town is no, it's not north or south. It's the east and the west side. And it's like, come on,
east side, of town.
I want to get the actress who plays Nessa Rose on eventually because she also streams on Twitch, and I really want to get her back. So she has a stream, obviously, because of being busy with Wicked and stuff like that. But it's like, come on, Marissa, let's go.
I always think when I think about like east and west side of the town, I always think about the line in Lady Bird where she's like, he's like, she said she was born on the wrong side of the tracks. I didn't know she really meant there's really train tracks. And then the mom's like, what? It's like there's really train tracks. Wrong side of the track. It's such a good like awkward exchange in that movie. That movie's written so well.
Yeah.
They're saying they're saying Greta Gerwig's Narnia is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I say let the animals fuck. Let
Who's
the animals
gonna play the hot goat animal, the goat human hybrid that James McAvoy played?
Oh yeah, what's his name? Mr. Tubness or something?
Yeah. He had to do an SNL sketch about it, and it's like,
I liked the Narnia books a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah,
but I feel like every time they made it into a movie, they've cast like too many celebrities or something. Like I don't know.
Wait a minute, what happens to the Harry Potter show when Netflix owns Warner Brothers? It's gonna take 5 years. Those kids are gonna get so old. Between
Oi, Ari. He's like middle aged. No, they're gonna make those kids. They're probably just gonna keep casting those kids, but they had to pay so much money to cast them in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, the movies are or I know they want to add more, but I'm like, just then do like other shows about like maybe like the Death Eaters during like the Riddle era. Like I'm like, there are things you can. There's a lot about Harry Potter that I know. I've never read a single fucking book because my friends were into those books, so I know everything Harry Potter. Like once I did trivia night and it was Harry Potter, and I was with a group and they're like, you've read the books. I'm like, I've never read a single book, and I've watched the movies. They're like, oh my god. I'm like, but I know everything, and they're like, we did really good. They were like, what the fuck? Like it was the most like it was like the most like mundane like stuff where, like only real Potterheads would have to know, like family history. And they're
you
like
Potterheads know. I was just honestly like
typical
like, the thing that I liked about Harry Potter was that the books were really big. So every time I read one when I was like like when I was like a preteen, I'd feel like proud that I read a book that big.
Yeah.
More than I'd be like interested in like I was like, I'm reading these big books. Yeah, hell yeah. More than I really cared about anything going on in the book.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids are Millicent Robertson. She's got so much face filler. She's like 22 now. It's like, girl,
yeah, it's crazy.
Stop. It's like all the actors when it's hard. Sometimes it's hard watching. I mean, Bridgerton is not a real like. It's where like a different era of the Regency where it's like black people have rights, people of color have rights, and there's no racism. But like it's like yeah, they got the filler and the veneers, and a lot of people are getting mad when they're watching like period dramas now. It's like there's no way you have lip filler and veneers. Like I would not like besides bleaching my teeth, I wouldn't really fix my teeth. Because if I was an actor, I'd be like, no, I want to be like Patricia Arquette and be like, yeah, you can play like offbeat characters or,
Those, yeah. Some of those veneers are looking crazy.
Yeah, they're so fun. Like Miley Cyrus, you already have big teeth. You don't need veneers.
I like, I don't know. I do a lot of teeth.
Jack O'Connell, if he does anything to his teeth, from Sinners, I'm gonna riot. I'm like, your teeth are crooked and like very British. I'll be like, do not get veneers. Do not do it.
Oi, Harry. Just imagine like a fat middle aged. Imagine like fat middle aged Ron Weasley and like, oi, Harry, get in here, mate. We got.
One of the reasons why I love Ariana Grande is that she's a good she has it, and I kind of have the same thing too, where I can mimic she's like Harry, Ron's been split, or she sounded exactly like Emma Watson. Everyone's like, damn. I'm like, have you seen her her impression? She does a good job sounding like Britney Spears, Celine Dion. I'm like, first of all, you have to be a good singer, but it's like damn, she's good at it.
Yeah, my mom was saying that when she said that she had seen her SNL thing where she was mimicking or whatever because she watches SNL skits.
Yeah.
Then she was like, what that voice that she was doing throughout the movie? And I was like, yeah, she's doing the Christian Chenoweth. She's doing Kristen Chenoweth's voice the entirety of Wicked.
It's funny too because her voice has gone through a lot of changes. Like a lot of people remember Black Yana, like when she was and her voice was before Wicked. I was like, her voice was so much deeper, but now she's like, "Hello, everyone." It's like,
but also she doesn't eat a lot. That might have something to do with having
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people are like, what happened on that set? I'm like, they were filming both movies at the same time. They would do one scene from part 2 and then one scene from part 1 and on the same day. Ariana Grande has always been skinny. I've always seen her bones. It's nothing new. It's just people are paying attention because a lot of people are noticing, the Ozempic.
The last books anyone read under 30. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad.
I feel like us millennials don't get made fun of for our love of Harry Potter. I don't love Harry Potter, but I'm just saying, the millennials did not get made fun of enough for the Harry Potter nostalgia.
There were real kids that I knew in school that were really cool, like Harry Potter. Some of them, but surprisingly so. Like kids that it would seem would have never liked anything like that. I'm like Harry Potter, and I'm like, that's weird. That's kind of weird. You like this? I don't know. I it was. I feel like I was a precocious reader, and I was like, yeah, I read this big ass book, and I liked the people be like,
I felt so proud of myself when I was 11 years old after I saw Wicked the musical and I read Wicked the novel, and I was like, I read a big book, and then at the same time I'm like, I should not be reading this book at this age. What the hell? I mean, but again, they market it it's like a teenager can read this book because the musical playbills to cover. They got photos from the musical in the novel, and it's like, oh, but then you're reading, the chapter of fucking blue diamonds on a green field, and it's like Fiyero, oil my breasts, please. And I'm like,
Her
pussy is purple? Like,
wait,
what?
is there her breast heaved boobily? You know, people
Stuff like that. But like one of the pastimes Alphaba and Fiora enjoyed was him rubbing oil over her body. And it's like, and that's like one of the few things that I remember from the Wicked book. And I'm like, you know what? This is supposed to be happening, Dora, as long as you're mine. I'm just gonna imagine it's raunchier because I would have filmed that, directed that whole scene a lot differently. It just would have been a montage of them, you know, on the bed, standing up against the wall, in the air with them singing. I had a vision that John M. Chu was gonna make it so sexless. I mean, he tried, he had to do it. He did his best, but I have ideas.
Yeah, they should let her in there. Let her do the they're gonna let you do the remake.
Yes.
They're gonna be fucking.
I mean, there are a lot of scenes that they cut out, and I'm like, again, for good, should have been the longer movie because Act 2 is the weaker act.
It is crazy that like the kids in the academy in Wicked were getting more sex than kids are getting these days. I feel like.
Yeah.
the actor grew up at work construction since the last season. Oh, Harry, you're a lovely cunt after all. Oh, Harry, I don't know.
I just know for a fact that when Tom Felton's
I like
done
the idea of
with his
Ron's been in the pub. Like Ron's been in the pub a lot since
drinking that butter beer.
He's like fat as fuck. He's like Ron's been in the pub nonstop.
I have this weird feeling that Tom Felton's going to play Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter stuff once he's done with the Cursed Child show on Broadway. I just have that feeling.
The Cursed Child. It's like you know.
Yeah,
did that child get
absolutely no sense. That's a Mary Sue. I'm sorry, but again, someone who doesn't care about what? How does Voldemort Bellatrix have a kid? It's like Love Never Dies. It's like a fan fiction of Phantom Opera. It's like, oh, you know, Raoul's a broke gambler now. The Phantom and Kristina had sex one night and she had his kid. And it's like Meg Giry all of a sudden is in love with the Phantom. And I'm like, I could have wrote this when I was 10.
Harry Potter got HIV since the last since the movies ended. Harry Potter and the AIDS cure. Like that's J.K. Rowling's. That's J.K. Rowling's follow up. And then at the end, they discover AIDS isn't real.
You know what's funny is that
J.K. Rowling, why are you doing this?
Doesn't call it AIDS. The fact that there are people who still believe that is crazy to me.
I mean, RFK believes that AIDS isn't real.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's in charge of our health. Yeah, more.
AIDS isn't real.
You got
crazy.
lost.
It's crazy. It's fucking insane that they let a guy run our health system that is like an ex-heroin addict who also believes AIDS isn't real.
Their carcass.
But he's an ex-heroin addict that believes AIDS isn't real, which is like people get AIDS from needles. Like,
yeah,
that's like one of the main ways.
Yeah.
Did you have no friends that? I guess maybe he doesn't have friends writ large, but like, do you have no friends that happened to? There's no way that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, he was fooling around too. I mean, also too, I just.
He also raped his kid's babysitter. That didn't even come up.
And also
really
drove his wife to commit suicide. So hello.
It's like none of that came up really. I don't think in like his. They're like, oh, is this guy qualified to run the health thing? Because like, my first question would have been like, hey, remember when like you got accused of sexual assault a few months ago in the Senate, like in my Senate hearing? I'd be like, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk give your side of the story at least, or like why if these allegations have come out about you being on Jeffrey Epstein's plane and you admitted that you were on there twice, why should you be the health secretary? That's not even like the reasons why he's like unqualified. I think his opinions on health are the main reasons why he's unqualified to be health secretary.
The fucking measles outbreak. Like, come on now.
We're gonna we're gonna get some diseases that, like,
right now. There's like 200. There's like over 100 some cases of measles, and everyone's like, "Why is this happening?" And my opinion is, you know what? We didn't get too lit. I think this. I feel like we are in like a few generations of people who don't remember what it was like to have like this shit eradicated, like measles, mumps, rubella, polio. So we have to go through some suffering again for people to realize vaccines are good. We need them. Am I wrong? Or like
when I was
People have to suffer again to be reminded of how good it was when people were taking
just as like a local example, right? And this is like, you know, this is like something I've seen in life, right? Like this is not scientific evidence, but when I was in college, the pool, someone who had gotten a vaccine, an MMR vaccine, went in the pool and they had mumps, and they transferred mumps to the swimming pool. And within weeks of that happening, like a lot of college students or whatever here at the college, they haven't had like a third MMR vaccine, because like a lot of times you don't get the third one and you space them out or whatever. Like, you know, like as an adult or whatever, like you don't think that you're going to encounter measles or mumps in real life. You know what I mean? And it was like vaccine resistant. So within, I think 4 weeks of that, 69 people in this town had mumps, and they had to close the school down. And that was within, and this is in like 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, and then they're like, oh, there's a mumps outbreak in my tiny fucking small town. And it's like 70 people had it. And it's like, it travels that fast.
Oh, yeah. Also, too, a lot of elderly people are getting measles vaccines because, again, they were at a time where they wouldn't need the vaccine because measles was eradicated for the long time when the vaccine came. There's like a certain age. There were two different age demographics. So it's like a lot of old people are like, I've never got the measles. I don't intend on getting the measles. But also, there are people where like vaccines don't work, which why it's up to people like us who are not immunocompromised to be vaccinated to protect those people. And people, you can't get these people to think like that.
There was that like meme that's like true, obviously, but it's like every single person that he put in there is like the worst person for that job. Like Lyndon McMahon being Secretary of Education isn't crazy.
Yeah,
because they're like,
we need to go back into her catatonic state.
maybe she had some time in her catatonic state to read some books, and she's like,
yeah, yeah. It's sad.
But
I went to like my appointment. I'm like, how's the vaccine right here? They're like people are not getting their vaccines anymore. And it's like,
yeah. They made it harder. You have to get like a prescription now to get the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we can cut it here though. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., which I don't know when it's going to be on this space, because I mean I think there's other shows because we had to switch the time. So stay tuned to find that out, I guess. But tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain Time, 5 Pacific. I did it. But is our episode on the player, which is gonna be good.
Movies about movies.
Yeah, and we'll be back next week on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, which is our normal time to do the show. But we switched it up this week to give you an extra hour of content.
Yeah,
and
fun.
And so also subscribe to this space. They do content on Tuesdays, they do content on Wednesdays, they do content on Thursdays, and when more people subscribe and when more people join into this whole thing, I think they're gonna extend that even more to Fridays probably, and maybe Mondays one day. I mean, who knows? We can dream.
Yeah.
So subscribe to this space, and I think that just about does it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.